Okay, so following our steps of we're going to factor, then we're going to set each factor equal to 0 to find our x-intercepts, and then we're going to find our y-intercept, and then we're going to use multiplicity and end behavior to complete our graph. Okay, so step 1 is to make sure that it's fully factored. So looking at this, is this fully factored? No, it is not. So first thing, anytime you are factoring, you want to first look and see if there's a what? A GCF. Is there a GCF here? Yes. What is my greatest common factor? X to the third. Okay, and we're going to make it a negative because our leading coefficient is negative. So I'm going to factor out negative x cubed, and I'm left with x to the fourth divided by x cubed is x. A negative divided by negative is a positive. And 3x cubed divided by x cubed is just going to be 3. Did it turn itself on?
Yeah.
Can you turn it down, Johnny?
Oh, okay.
Did you turn it up?
No.
I have magical powers.
I was like, how did they get so loud? All right. So now is it fully factored?
No. Oh.
Yeah, I can do anything else. Okay. If you didn't trust your factor, remember you can always redistribute to make sure it comes back to the original, right? So if I redistribute negative x cubed, I'm going to get negative x to the fourth. If I redistribute negative x cubed to 3, I'm going to get negative 3x cubed. Do we see that? All right. So step 2. Step 2 is to take each factor and set it equal to 0. So we have negative x cubed equals 0, and we have x plus 3 equals 0. So therefore, my x-intercept here is 0. So I'm at 0, 0. My x-intercept here is at negative 3. So I'm at negative 3, comma 0. So on my graph, I have 0, 0, and I have negative 3, 0. Okay, questions about steps 1 and or 2? Okay, step 3 is to look for your y-intercept. Well, my y-intercept is if I plug in 0, I'm going to get what? 0. So my y-intercept is 0. If my x-intercept is at 0, then my y-intercept also is. Okay, step 4. So step 4 is to use your end behavior and your multiplicity. Okay, multiplicity we talked about is if there's a power on your factor, right? So when we're talking about multiplicity, we're looking at, is there a power on our factor? So at x equals 0, it's a triple root. Why? Because there was a power on the factor. Do we see the 3? So we know that this is a triple. I'm listening. So yes, so it's going to flatten. Exactly. And then at x equals negative 3, was there a power on its factor? No. So it's just going to be a single. That means we're just going to go through the point. Okay. The next thing is our end behavior, our Bob dance. Okay. Determining what the function does, we first look at our leading coefficient and determine, is it positive or negative? Our leading coefficient was what? Negative. So what is my right hand doing? It's going down. So I'm going to end negatively. Okay. Next, you're going to look at our degree. Is our degree even or odd? Even. So that means my left hand is going to be doing the exact same thing, right? Even behaviors. Odd, opposite behaviors. So we have even. So we're going to also go down on the left. So our function needs to start negative and end negative. Does that make sense? All right, here we go. So I'm going to start negative. I'm going to flatten. And I'm going to end negative again. That wasn't a great flatten. Let me see if I can do that again. I'm horrible at drawing the flats. I did pretty good earlier. Oh, dang it.
It flattens on the x-axis?
It flattens around the x-axis.
So does it have the flat, everything's flat on the
It just, man, yeah, it's really hard for me. I did pretty good earlier. We're gonna pretend that that's perfect, and we're gonna keep it pushing. It's close enough.
So, okay. Then I'm fine.
Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna model the flatten in the calculator for you so that you can see it in a better light, you know. So in the calculator, if I was to graph negative, what was it? X cubed, x to the fourth, x to the 4 minus 3x cubed graph. It's thinking, boom. Y'all see how better they're flattening?
It flattens through the point?
It flattens through around the point, yes. Okay, that's pretty much what I drew. Yeah, it's pretty much what I drew. Yeah. Close enough. Close enough. It is. We're gonna roll with it. All right, but that's what's happening. Okay. All right. So we got one more to do. We're gonna try it again. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So first and foremost, we start with GCF. What's my GCF? X2. Good job. Yeah, you're right. Positive X2. So I divide everything by X2. So x to the 4th divided by X2 is x cubed divided by x squared is negative 20x squared divided by x squared is. Okay. This is a simple trinomial because our leading coefficient is a 1. So all we have to do is ask ourselves what multiplies to give us negative 20, but adds to give us negative 1. 5 and 4. Yeah. What kind of 5 and 4? What combination of 5 and 4? I need a negative 5 and a positive 4. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. So this is my fully factored. Okay, next, step 2 is we take each factor and set it equal to 0 to find our y-intercepts. Okay, so this one is obviously what? 0. So we're obviously at 0, 0. Okay, x minus 5 equals 0 puts us where? At 5. So we're also at 5, 0. And x plus 4 puts us at negative 4. So we're at negative 4, 0. So that's where our points lie. 0, 0. Negative 4 and positive 5. Okay. Questions about 1 and 2? Were we trying to throw your pencil at me? 3 is easy. If we're already at the origin, where's our 0 going to be at? At 0. Okay. All right. 4. That's where the fun begins. Okay. At 4, do I have any multiplicity?
Yeah.
Where is it at? It's at the square, right? At 0. At 0, we have what? At x equals 0, we're going to have a double. What happens when we have a double? It's going to kiss the line. Give it a little peck. Okay. All right. Next is our leading coefficient. Is our leading coefficient positive or negative? Positive. So that means we're going to do what? Wait. In positively. Our degree. What is our degree? Odd or even? Even. So what does that mean? It's going to be the same behavior, right? So we're waving our hands in the air like we just don't care. We're going to start positive and we're going to end positive. And I have to do what at 0? Kiss. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to come up at 0, but I'm only going to kiss it. And then we go back up. It's a little bit of a wonky W. W for the win. Got knowledge or Waco. Okay. So did we see what happened there? Okay.
So if it's, even though with it, the exponent degree is even,
Mhm.
even though right should be going up and left should be going down,
Even is even behavior.
they'll both go up.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, even is even behavior, odd is opposite. O and O.
So, the behavior overrules, whatever. I mean.
Yeah.
I think thought the left would be going up.
Mm-mm. And that's why there's a kit. That's why that double happens here.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So let's take a little gander before we move on at your assignment. Okay. So part one was what we did yesterday, right? Making sure you're going through and describing whether it's a polynomial or not. This part is what we just finished, right? So on here though, I'm not making you graph. I already did the graphing for you. You're gonna do everything else but the graphing, okay? So you can write the factors underneath, you can write around it, but you already have your graphs and your job is to match the graph to where they go, okay? So you're doing everything we did, but it's already done. So for example, I also in your notes did number 11 for you. So in your notes, I did number 11 for you on your homework. We went through, we found out it's zeros. So what would be the answer to number 11 based on what we have? So number 11 is from our notes. So which graph matches what we did? It would be E, right? Did we get E? Did I say E? Which one is it? D, I'm sorry. D as in dog. Not E as in elephant. Okay, didn't we do this one in our notes? X cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x. And that's what our graph looks like. So that would be D in our 11. 11 is from our notes. Yes. I gave you the packet. Did I give you the wrong one? I gave you pre-cals, didn't I? I did. I'll switch you.